What's up, you guys? Happy 2025. I am back from a break. I was recalibrating. I redid my website, redid my offer suite, and I also got sick on Christmas Eve, and so the last week of the year I was just like horizontal recalibrating. But that's fine. It was an opportunity to rest and reset. And so I'm a little congested still, but basically I'm feeling back to normal. So I wanted to come on and do a little reading. So let's just see what's going on. I mean, the astrology is so intense right now. If you're on the cardinal cross, so Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, strong in your chart, you guys are culminating a 16-year karmic cycle. So think back to where you were in like 2009-ish. And what you've been doing since then, because that's what wants to complete itself. Now, it's not just for those of you on that cross, like for your sun sign. It could be sun, moon, rising, Mars, Venus, even your north node in that. But whatever, it's also affecting everybody because Pluto just changed signs after 230 years. It'll never happen again in our lifetime. Like, there's just so, and we're in a 9-year collectively, so not your personal astrology, but like we're in a year of wrapping up lessons and big lessons, not little ones. So let's just see what the cards say. But I mean, I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but I'm definitely feeling it. All right, first card out, King of Cups. Could indicate a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it might just be a person who's deeply emotional and psychic and intuitive and a deep feeler, a lover. Let's see, what do we need to know about this King of Cups? Two of Wands in the reverse. Let me get one more. Three of Cups. I'm going to keep going. Let's see. We're also getting the Six of Cups, nostalgia, things from the past. Five of Wands in the reverse. What is this about? Okay, with Six of Cups, we're getting Eight of Swords. There's a fear here. Five of Wands reversed, we're getting Nine of Pentacles reversed. Could be some codependency, I was going to say, or some type of lack of self-reliance financially. And that is, Five of Pentacles is very much about releasing this scarcity or over-dependence on other people. All right, I need more cards here. Under the deck, we're getting Seven of Swords reversed. There's just a need to come clean, I'm hearing. Come clean. Tell the truth. Make some decisions. Let some burdens go. I'm just feeling into the cards. Okay, I just want to clarify one more in this King of Cups, and we are getting the Knight of Wands. There is like, okay, I'm just going to tell you what I'm feeling here. Actually, no, before I do that, sorry. Let me pull a couple of oracle cards here on each. I don't want to get a million cards, so I'm going to get one on this King of Cups, one for the middle, and one for the end, and under the deck. Okay, under the deck, we're getting the Goddess of Never Not Broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. That's with the Seven of Swords reversed, because as I said, it's time to come clean. Places where you've been lying, deceptive to yourself, to people around you, both. Everything happens for my liberation. When you tell the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, even if people get pissed off, even if it hurts people's feelings, even if you suffer from it, you're still liberating yourself. And that's what has to happen. That's why I said, like, this huge astrology cycle that's completing, like I said, for those of you, especially on the Cardinal Cross, like, everything is happening for your freedom, for your ultimate liberation. The longer you resist it, the more it persists. But I'm telling you guys, in some cases, you cannot resist the end of this lesson anymore. The universe will present you with something so fucking crazy or uncomfortable that you're going to have to face it. In some cases, that just is what's going to happen. So, best to be proactive. All right. The first card we're getting, yeah, the Dakini. With this King of Cups little section, we're getting the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. And I said the King of Cups is a very intuitive person, very psychic, emotionally attuned, deep emotional feeler. And this is a strength, but it's time to use it. So if you've been ignoring your intuition, which you probably have, and resisting making a choice because you're like, I need it to be like logical and linear and it needs to make perfect sense before I take action, that's not going to work out that way. Like, that's why things haven't been resolving themselves. And so there has been a refusal to like make a choice. Two of Wands is needing to make a decision. He's got one foot in the past and one hand out to the future. Like, this guy can look in the globe and see there's a lot of possibility, but he's still chained to the wall that he's living in, metaphorically speaking. And this is reversed. So it's almost like now or never. Not necessarily, it may not be now or never, but that's just what I'm hearing. It's like now or never. Are you gonna do the thing that brings you joy, which will bring this celebratory energy? I mean, this upright, this is a very positive card, Three of Cups, about connection and experiencing the joy emotionally of also connecting with like-minded people. But you need to, like, whoever this is, you've got to move your ass. And if you're too reckless about it, you know, then you may not get a good result. Like, you want it intuitively, deep down, you know what you need to do. I'm just going to clarify that Knight of Wands because it isn't the most evolved energy. Okay, we're getting Ace of Pentacles and the Justice reverse. Okay, see, because like I said, if you do something reckless, but you don't actually, like, I don't want to say think it through because it's almost like you've done enough thinking. You've thought yourself into a mental trap at this point. It's like you just want to be mindful about the choice that you make right now. Notice how even she's holding like this glowing wand and then he's got the wand. I want to say that something has to balance out karmically. And when I see Justice in the reverse, this can be a painful karmic lesson. So I'm getting a little bit of mixed energy here. It's like intuitively you know what you need to do, but if you think with your dick, I'm just going to say it, or maybe you're not a man, but like if you, it's like don't let only lust after a result drive you. I think that's what got you into this problem in the first place. I'm just telling you guys how I'm feeling it here. It's like if you're going to lead with your sexual, if you're going to use that sexual energy or your desire, or passion to move you forward, be mindful that the choice that you make is truly in favor of your highest good. Because there's a difference between moving the way lust asks you to move and moving the way love asks you to move. And that feels really important to differentiate here. Because if you move the way lust, like lusting after even a result, greed or envy or these types of things that can motivate, jealousy, the type of thing that can motivate you to take action, but if you're not mindful, like you're going to get a mixed result. Just think about the laws of karma. Whatever you plant and water, whatever you do, mind, body, speech, is the result you're getting later. You can only, if you plant an apple seed, you're getting an apple tree. You're not getting a lemon tree. If you plant recklessness, immaturity, lust, greed, jealous, like you're getting more of that. Think about what got you into the situation that you're in now that you're not happy with, and just know that you cannot do things the way that you did them before and get a better result. You've got to switch it up. That's why karmically it's like this could go either way. You don't want to repeat the same lesson. So Really tap in deeper. Move the way love asks you to move, not lust. That doesn't mean that you're not driven with passion or that your desires aren't motivating you. It's you've got to get more clear and intentional and take a harder step. Because moving the way love asks you to move will probably be more uncomfortable because it's going to require you to tell the truth. I almost want to say, if you're about to make a move, but it's like a sneaky, underhanded move, thinking you're going to get a really positive result, that's like stealing from your company and then thinking that you're going to get a raise. It doesn't work that way. Think bigger. Think karmically now. Like, okay, if I want a loving, pure result, I cannot do it with a shitty, mixed intention. Okay, that's feeling really strong right there. I hope that makes sense. In this middle section, we're getting Amaterasu, the goddess of light, reversed. And it says, we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. And it's in the reverse. There is a soulmate connection here, like something from the past that is a mirror for you. Every relationship is a mirror, but this one in particular feels like it's somebody from your past. It feels positive. It's in the upright. Like the connection itself could be a really beautiful connection. It could be a very pure connection. But there's something here that you haven't been learning or seeing clearly. Eight of Swords, there's some mental prison that you've been in. And maybe you haven't wanted to see what this relationship has been intended to show you. And that's part of where you're gonna finally complete this, is by really looking in that mirror. And a lot of times we don't want to look in the mirror of a certain relationship because it maybe like activates shame or guilt or fear or some sense of worthlessness. I don't know. Why would you avoid something pure and beautiful? Why would you be in your own way about that? Do you think you don't deserve it? Are you intimidated when you feel completely seen, when you feel naked, when you feel transparent, that somebody sees past your bullshit? I mean, I'm speaking also from experience. When I'm in connection with a person who sees me, really sees me, and not only that, they live in integrity, that is very exposing. Do you know what I mean? I love it. I live for that. It is so intimidating at first, and then it's so exciting because you're just like, you don't want to live in the shadows anymore. But again, it's much more vulnerable to see others and to be fully seen. People tell me all the time they want a relationship where they feel fully seen, and I'm like, look at yourself without the blinders on, without the sensors, without the bullshit. Strip it away. Can you look at yourself and truly love yourself, all the parts? Because if you can't be with your own darkness and your own insecurity, then you're not going to allow yourself to be in the presence of people who can see those parts of you. It doesn't mean that those people are judging those parts. You're probably judging those parts of you, and that's why you block connection that's truly authentic. And so if what you want is to be fully seen and to be able to be in relationship with people, whether it's romantic or platonic, in a way that feels so transparent and real, then you need to be able to be with yourself in that way, or else you're going to unconsciously repel people like that or push them away. Even if they love you, even if they want to come into your life, you're going to push them away. You've got to be able to be with your own fuller spectrum so that you can be with other people and attract other people like that. Okay, sorry, I'm like... The last card we're getting here with this section about, it feels to me like letting go of this codependency, of this like over-dependence on other people, feeling powerless, feeling helpless, and allowing just other people's opinions and agendas to sabotage your growth and your desire and your vision, your highest vision. We're getting, in the reverse, Mirabai, the saint of true freedom. Freedom, reverse. It says, love is what oh wow, I didn't even see this. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. It's reversed. That's why I feel like maybe some of you, and again, I've been dealing with a lot of people lately who have come because they're like, I'm in a sexless marriage. But a sexless marriage is a symptom of powerlessness on both accounts. But particularly for the person who's calling, somebody like myself, and suffering and wanting the change, you've got to ask yourself, why would you tolerate that? Why would you choose that year after year? Because some people who are dealing with this, it's been 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of no sex and no intimacy. That is a power issue more than anything. And again, it's a choice to remain in that situation. I know it's not always easy to unravel those things, but we don't get to play the victim either. It's like that is a co-creation with two people, and someone's got to decide, I'm not creating this anymore. So when it says I'm married to my own soul, but it's reversed, it feels like a self-abandonment that's been happening. And as I said, there are so many reasons why people self-abandon. Maybe you grew up in a household where you dealt with addicts or people who were very emotionally unstable, and you learned how to be outside of yourself, and you're always tracking other people, and your needs didn't matter. And that's how you were raised, to like try to fix other people or carry other people's burdens or even be a martyr. And it's like, poor me, look at everything I sacrificed to do for my whatever, partner, my kids, whatever. But you've got to get real with yourself, because it's like, what are you actually teaching the people around you? And you're creating it and choosing it. So it's also important that you, if you genuinely want change in your life, you've got to take radical responsibility for what you've created up until this point so that you can create something new. You've also got to be willing to sit in the energy of other people's disappointment and stop allowing it to be the thing that sabotages your progress. Other people's reactions are not your responsibility. That doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that it's fun. It's not fun to sit in people's disappointment and projections. But guess what? There is no other way out but through. So that's how real, you've got to get with yourself if you want to change these things. And so the saint of true freedom. Freedom is calling. Pick up the phone. Because this is going to require you getting in the driver's seat and no longer allowing yourself to be a victim or to be powerless or to be connected with people who enable you to stay stuck. Because it's amazing how when we feel powerless and helpless, we end up hooking up with other people who enable us to remain in that place. Maybe they pick up all the pieces for us. I know a lot of people that I work with are in situations where either they are the financial provider for a person that isn't doing what they need to do for themselves, or vice versa. Someone else is the provider and they're kind of getting a free ride, but there's no free rides. There are strings attached. There's a price to pay. And that's powerlessness. If you're like, oh, I feel so helpless, I can't do anything, so you hook up with a person who makes all the decisions for you, but then you're finally sick of it and you're like, fuck this, I want to make my own choices. Well, guess what? That's going to disrupt the weird, symbiotic codependent relationship where it's like, excuse me, you want to be in your power? Well, that's not going to work, because this whole arrangement only, quote unquote, is working because you're powerless and I'm in control, or whatever. Like I said, every person's context is different, but that's actually really common. So you stepping into your power is going to disrupt the whole dynamic that you've got going on right now. And like I said, you want to be really mindful that you're moving the way love asks you to move, not just lust or those sort of lower vibrational energies. So I'm just going to pull, I don't know where I'm at for time. Oh, not too bad. I'm going to pull one more card, just an overarching message, like what is the final message here, sort of an umbrella message for this entire reading. What do we need to know? Yeah, love it. Lakshmi upright, the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. I carried a little it was like a little medallion almost of Lakshmi in my wallet for so many years. I had her in there on my altar, just as a reminder that, again, wealth is an inside job. This is such a good sign. This is like totally possible for you. But this isn't going to happen until you take your power back. And like I said, you've got to allow your intuition to guide you and you've got to look in the mirror. There are also other relationships in your life that are mirrors, that are probably showing you things about yourself that you're not so happy to look at. But look, because the sooner you do, the sooner you're going to integrate that part of you that you've been avoiding. Anything that you judge in other people, that you're hypercritical about in others, is a part of you that just wants your love and acknowledgement. That's it. When you stop resisting it, it will stop persisting in your world. You won't need to be in those dysfunctional, crazy relationships anymore with people who are dysfunctional and crazy. If you, no offense, but like whatever, some people's behavior is really out of control. And you won't need to be in that when you can accept those parts of yourself. You will stop attracting that. You will actually repel that energy. You'll start to repel it. So those relationships will start to dissolve. And then you can be in relationship with people who are really healthy and good for you, you know? And you're good for each other in a healthy way, not in a dysfunctional way. But that's just what I'm getting from this reading. You know what? I'll just pull one of these as well. These, what is this? Pleasure Oracle. We'll get one card to wrap this all up. What else, Spirit? One more message here. Oops, I guess that's the one. We're getting liberate your joy. Joy is my word. I'm looking at a card my sister gave me and it says joy on it. And joy is my word for 2025. My word for 2024 was harvest. Because that was like my year that I was really, the seeds were finally growing that I had planted many years back. My word for 2023 was devotion. And so this year my word is joy. And it's because this is what I've been doing too. Liberate your joy. Let me read it to you. It says, loosen up, kiddo. Life's not that serious. And even when it is, levity is the quickest path to resilience and dignity. Pure, unadulterated joy is what distinguishes merely surviving from truly thriving. And in intimacy, a sense of fun is the glue of any relationship. Without it, you may as well be in a corporate finance meeting. Poke my eyes out. All right, allow yourself to play. But that's what I'm saying. You may be in a situation or in a relationship that feels as dry as a corporate finance meeting. It just feels fucking dead. Feels like this ain't it anymore. This is not my joy. But then you have to ask yourself, like, why would you continue to choose that? Why would you have created that prison for yourself? And it's up to you to open the door out. You got to learn the lesson though. So it says, exalt the sweetness of shared laughter, of a look, of spontaneity and awkwardness, of make-believe, of suspended reality. Choose being comfortable enough to drop any masks. That's like this mirror section. Adore genuine connection for its own sake, even and especially with yourself. Choose joy. I just love that because, like I said, that's literally my word for the year. And that's what I was saying here in this first section with the King of Cups. It's like, choose joy. Like, you can be with people that are joyful and healthy and laugh and like the same things as you. And like, all of this is possible. But like, why would you have hooked up with people or be in situations, whether it be intimate or career-wise or whatever, that drain the fucking life out of you? Why would you choose that? It serves some need, maybe to stay hidden, to not be fully visible, to not feel exposed, to not have to actually love yourself, right? But you've clearly reached a wall. You've hit a wall, and it's time. It's like your soul is ready to be joyful. And so finish the lesson, you know? And if you're struggling to do that on your own, let me support you. So as I said, I'm going to wrap it up there. You guys can book a 60-minute intuitive reading, links below. You can book in that 90-minute power and pleasure intensive. And I'm also offering a 3-month, right now it's 3 months, mentorship called UNTAMED. That would be the step after the power and pleasure intensive. For most people, you'll want to start with the intensive. But some people might be ready to come in for the mentorship right off the bat. So anyways, the intensive and the Untamed, the one-to-one mentorship, are both by application only. You can always book an intuitive reading though. And that is all, you guys. I'm sending you so much love. I will be back in my routines and recording schedule into next week. I'll be back to normal. So I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys, and that's it. I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you guys in the next one.